And like the title says, I'm watering my soil blocks today and starting new soil blocks. So let's take a look at them together. I haven't really taken a close look at them yet, but I can see that everything needs water. So, oh, look at all this germination happening with the status. Is this the status? Yeah. I sowed this status on, when's the last time I was here? Tuesday. So we got some status action looking good. Our amaranth, the ones that are still kicking. This tray of Love Lies Bleeding is going to go in the trash, unfortunately, because I don't see any coming back from this. So I'll put that over here. What we got up here? Celosia in the back, super dry, but we're going to water because the ones that germinated so far are still alive. Now, with these two sections, I did use very old seeds. They were old. So I wasn't even sure if they were going to germinate at all. May start more, may not. I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do about that. But I'm very excited about that status action. Amaranth, I'm going to sow more of these, same as the Love Lies Bleeding. I'm going to keep the blocks that are still thriving. And then back here with the Echinops, you know, okay, I can see that they're getting like the little white fuzz. Is that mold? So that's either mold or, sometimes before they germinate, they get like the little white fuzz. Is that what that is? I don't know. So we'll see what's happening with the Echinops. They haven't had any action yet. So I'll probably have to do more research on those. Snapdragons down here are still germinating. Not too much though, just a couple. Oh, I do see a new one right there. That one, that one. Okay, so they're coming up slowly. And what I did with the Snapdragons, I took them off the heat. Well, they're still on them heat mat, but this heat mat is not on. So I don't have them on heat, but I do have them on the light. But when I put everything back on this shelf, the light will be closer to hopefully aid with germination. I just put them here because I was not able to come out and water yesterday. And then the Gloriosa daisies are mostly dry. And then they're still getting some action here. So excited about that. So yeah, today we're going to water, make more soil blocks to sow new trays of amaranth since we unfortunately have lost these babies, but they germinated pretty quick. They started to germinate within like a couple days. So, we still have time to start fresh and begin anew. So that's the plan for today. Just to start those amaranth, and if I'm feeling good, no, Devontae, they're not brownies. They are soil blocks. These are flowers. So I'll be starting my flowers. Well, not starting them, but sowing some more flowers today because I had lost some earlier this week. So since I lost some flowers, I want to replace them with new flowers. So I'm going to sow these amaranth and hopefully everything will look good to, be planted in the garden by June. Yeah, June 1st is when I want to have everything in the garden. So what I'm going to do today is after I water everything from the indoor greenhouse, I'm going to move it to the shelf because there's more space on the shelf and the shelf lights are adjustable. So I want to have my Snapdragons closer to the light so they can, get germinate a little more. Because the Snapdragons they're not doing their thing. They're taking a little longer to germinate than they did last season. So we'll see what that's about. But I am going to water, so let me set y'all up so y'all can see how I water the soil blocks. Let me make some space. I still have to eat my lunch. I'm kind of hungry. Do you grow flowers or just vegetables? Do you grow just flowers or you grow vegetables and fruits also? So right now, Like I intentionally only grow flowers, but the garden that I work at, because I'm a freelance gardener, so the garden that I work in has fruits and vegetables that were already planted, but I just maintain them. So we have like a strawberry patch, we have a raspberry bush, um, some tomatoes that are really good. I think we have blackberries, but I didn't even know those were back there. Um, and then I did grow some squash. That was on accident. The squash, I'm thinking maybe a bird or something dropped the seeds in the garden. And the squash, I just opened up my row cover one day because I had the marigolds covered. And there was squash growing right next to the marigolds. So, kind of do grow vegetables, not on purpose, but I have grown them this year. I would like to be more intentional about growing vegetables, but I'm not sure if it's too late in my zone. I'm in zone 6, and a lot of gardeners that I have seen that are also in zone 6 have already started a lot of their vegetables, so I don't know if it's too late. I hope it's not too late because I would like to start something. I just haven't really done much research to find out what I can start. But yeah, so mostly just flowers for the flower picking garden. So I'm just starting off with watering, and then after I water, I'll put everything on the shelf and I'll move to sowing more seeds. But yeah, that's the plan for today, to sow these amaranth babies again because I was so sad when I came in and they were dead. But like I said, that was on me. That was on me for not coming to water them when I was supposed to. I'm gonna need to get some more water, so you'll probably hear the water running. And a little too much water. And I just like to give a disclaimer that if you are watching this, there is a cat here, and sometimes I don't think he intentionally scares me, but he likes to sneak up on you, and I get startled very easily. And then he also likes to leave little gifts around in the form of mice, and that's a little startling as well. But yeah, to water the soil blocks, if you're not familiar with soil blocking, I do bottom watering. So if you're looking at this amaranth tray, if you just joined and you're like, those look terrible, some of them died. I think what I will do is take out the ones that are noticeably dead, because I think the ones that don't have anything in them have not germinated yet. Like, let me see if I can pull the camera closer. I'll wait till it dries to show y'all. But there's one where you can see it slightly poking out germination. Ooh, ooh. See, like that got on top of the block. Ooh, I'm doing too much. Let me just do this tray first. So yeah, just let the blocks absorb the water and do their thing. I'm gonna be so sad throwing these in the trash. They look so good too. I need to make space. So make space. Sorry for sniffling, doing all that. I don't know why. A little sinus, a little drainage. Let me get the music going. I'm thinking I want a little drum vibe today. We did jazz a couple of days, and then we had the, what's it called? Little Indian vibe going, Indian flute, whatever it was. And I think today I'm feeling more of a little drum vibe. Something to get the blood flowing, get the beat moving. Sit these here closer so you can see them absorbing the water. I'm very shocked that these status germinated so quick, but it looks like this Pacific mix hasn't done anything yet, but the Seeker Blue and the Pale Blue are doing this thing. Let me put it here so y'all can see it. And while those are absorbing the water, let me get the tunes ready. I think this needs to go on the charger. Yeah, y'all, but that's all I've been up to. Working, watering. Let me get epidemic sound, because you know I don't want YouTube to get me for copyright and turn my whole sound off. Let's see, drums. I want to hear some drums. I don't know what that would be considered on here. Beats? Is it just beats? No. Is that supposed to say ganja? This is not ganja. These are flowers. I would, if I could ever get into the medical marijuana, like growing cannabis, I would do that. I would definitely do that. I think that would be really cool to learn how to grow flower. This isn't doing that. Alright, this needs more water. So the point is to get, because if you can see, no, I don't grow cannabis. I wish I did. But you see how these are darker and then there's still some light ones in here. So got to go through with more water till all of them are absorbed darker. And then go through this tray back here, add some more. No, it's cool. I would definitely love to get in that industry one day. But right now, just flowers and herbs. Let's see, what did I listen to last time? It was like psychedelic soul. I really like that. That was a good genre. We might do psychedelic soul again. It says there's only 7 songs. Yeah, they're still absorbing the water. Everything's not. Well, these ones can actually come out because they're dead. But yeah, y'all, that's the vibe today. Keeping it simple. What does Detroit trap sound like? There's only 4 songs of that. I need like an abundance of songs. Dubstep. No, I don't like that. That was too much. Afro funk? Afro funk gotta have something. No. Y'all, I don't know what I want to listen to while I work. I need something to set the vibe. I can get into Calypso. Yeah, Finally, we're going Calypso today. Alright, so the status. Yeah, we could do Calypso. Alright, so the status is watered. And then I'm going to take it. I'm going to leave y'all here because I don't feel like carrying the camera back and forth. But I'm going to take the status and put it on the outdoor shelf under the light, under the lowest light, so it can continue to germinate on the heat mat. And the Amaranth is all watered. The Celosia is all watered. And for the sake of not wasting water, I typically just take the water. If there's still sitting water from the trays I already watered, I'll just pour it into the next tray that needs water. So these are the Snapdragons. I'll give y'all a closer look at them. So these are the Snapdragons, still little tiny babies, but there's some more popping up. And then the Celosia is all watered, so I'll just drop that water into the Snapdragon tray and flood the Snapdragon tray with water. Let those soak up the water. And then the Amaranth and the Celosia go back onto the shelf, onto the outdoor shelf. Well, not outdoor, but you know what I mean. It's not enclosed. Where is... But I didn't come water yesterday and everything was still good. It wasn't too dried out, which is the goal, you know, to have them retain some moisture, not be too wet, but also not be dried out. The Echinops, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. Because if you look at them, I don't know if you can see, but I'm not sure if they are getting mold, like in where it's white right here, or if that is like the seed germinating from inside. Because I noticed some other seeds, when they start to germinate, they have like a little white fuzz where the seed is breaking open. So I'm not sure if that's what's happening in this case. Because I would really love to have Echinops in the garden. I think they're very beautiful, but you know, I'm not really sure what's going on. So yeah, I'm still going to water them though and hope for the best and put them back under the heat lamp and then, or the heat light, the light in the germination heat mat. And I'm going to do some more research on if they need anything else, like any other type of attention to grow. Okay, we got Disco. No, I don't want to hear that. So yeah, everything of the Snapdragons are watered. As you can see, everything is dark. So that water from the Snapdragons, I'm just going to take it, pour it onto the Echinops tray. And then these will go under. I'm going to adjust the light because I want these to be under a lower light. Which one is off? The one in the back is off. Oh, I hit my head. And after I get everything on the shelf, then I'll show y'all how everything is sitting on the shelf instead of taking the camera back and forth. And then my Gloriosa daisies still need water. And yeah, I don't know how these are going to turn out because it looks like the ones that are germinating are the ones that I stratified. So long story short, I put them in soil blocks and the soil blocks started to crumble really bad when they were in the refrigerator, and then some of the seeds were came out of the soil blocks. So what I did was took the soil blocks that were the Gloriosa daisy, so say it was like this. I took the soil block and then I put it in a tray, and then I just packed the tray with more seed starting mix. So that's why you see some of these are germinating, but mostly like these first couple rows that have germination are ones that I stratified, and then the rest of these were not stratified and they were started with a different seed starting mix. This is my soil blocking mix here, and this is the seed starting mix. So I'm getting germination on the stratified ones in the soil blocking mix versus nothing yet with the ones made in seed starting mix. So that was just like my little experiment, because last year I didn't stratify them and they grew, but I didn't put them in the garden. I can't remember why I didn't put them in the garden, but I didn't. I think it was kind of late in the season, so I just said forget about it. Alright, maybe we'll go Jazz. Jazz never lets me down. Yep. So yeah, that's what is going on today. So I'm going to keep watering. I'm going to water these soil blocks. I have the tray underneath to catch the water. But I'm not going to even water every cell because I can see some of them are still very wet. So I'm just going to skip over those ones. And we'll see what germinates from the Gloriosa daisies. But the black-eyed Susans, like we already have black-eyed Susans, Rudbeckia in the garden. And those came back, but they're just very patchy. And I wanted to fill up those holes with the Rudbeckia, with the Gloriosa daisies. Move that to the side. The Echinops need more water, so I gotta go fill up my watering can to get some more water on the Echinops. And then I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything that needs water today. You see how everything is dark, but these four are still light. So that means water hasn't gotten to them yet. So I'll just flood the tray again. It'll soak up that water, and then I can pour the rest of that water out. And then since I'll be making more soil blocks today, I'm going to use this water to, the soil is already wet, but I know it's going to need more water added to it so that the blocks hold their form. I need like storage. I gotta put this somewhere. I guess I could put it in here. But yeah, we're doing Amaranth today. And I think we're only gonna do 20. We're gonna do 20 Love Lies Bleeding and 20 more hot biscuits. Because I don't think we really need more than that. And the Love Lies Bleeding was what's the word? Sunflowers in the bed. Let me double check. Let me pull up my garden plan or my garden newsletter. So that would be bed 9. And bed 9 is going to have sunflowers, cosmos, and amaranth. Let me pour this water out. And you know what I'm going to do with the Echinops? I'm going to put them back there under the light with the Snapdragons because maybe they don't need a heat mat underneath them. But like I said, I'm going to look up that information just to be sure. I need space. I'm trying to move slower today, y'all. You know, I don't have anywhere to be. Just take my time and be present.